Guess who's back? Back again. Noel is back. Tell your friends. Guess who's back? 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 It's not a competition. I created Monster because nobody wants to see no more. They want crazy now. Right, so we have Craig here. Hello. And the AKA, the doctor, AKA Amy, and I keep saying that wrong. Sorry I wasn't here for the last one. Oh, Jack is here as well. This is gas. I'm getting actually new people watching this stream, and I only knocked off the other one's only gone 20 minutes. But welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Nice to have you all back. I don't know what happened there. I really don't. I hope you can actually hear me now. So do I sound like a Dalek or a Cyberman? That's all I need to know. Because actually that would have been pretty cool. I'll probably be able to watch myself back and see what happened. But did you notice as soon as I said I had new information, the stream went a bit, ooh. Right, I see all the old crowds coming back. There's a few new faces. As I said, Greg is here and Jack is here. I'm going to just wait until everybody gets back because everybody knows that I'm streaming again. So, because Yvette is going to come on. And if Yvette is listening, Yvette, I haven't been kind of well the last week. And I've been receiving messages off a lot of people on Messenger, obviously my email and stuff. And I just haven't gotten around to it all. I haven't been, it's just I've been so busy. And it's not, I try to get around to it as much as I can. So obviously you said you have a bit of news. So if you would like, does Teddy do you want to come on to this one as well? You want to ruin this stream as well, which are good looks? Okay. There. Teddy wants to be not famous. When will I be famous? Ted can answer. Ted can answer that. So this is me dog. For anybody that doesn't know, this is our dog Teddy, and he has his own YouTube channel too. And there's a couple of people that follow me on here that subscribe to him. I really appreciate that. It's only for fun. So if you like dogs and you want to see Ted do silly stuff, because he does do silly stuff, we're gonna put it up on videos. I see 15 of you have already made your way back. Nice to have you all here, really. So we'll just wait. I don't know if I've seen Yvette pop in yet. I know you have to send. I just have to send the link to a couple of people while we're on. Because, and if you could actually do that for me, I'd appreciate it. If you could actually share the link. I'm gonna share it now to the people that Okay. I don't know what the crap is going on here. All I want to do is post the thing. Like, can I not post it while I'm live or something? Oh, there. Right, I'm just posting this because I know that it'd be easier for me to share this in Messenger, where most of the people that follow me are. So if I share this stream now to them, they'll get in faster. I don't know what happened there, but that's weird. As soon as I said I had information, and I'm not I am a conspiracy man. What am I talking about? Got conspiracies coming out my ears, left, right, and center. Yep. Did I tell you the new one? The new one. Apparently, I'm an anti. What was it? I'm an anti-woman. No, what was it? An anti-woman. Anti-female. Anti-female. left-right extremist, apparently.
To work on his don't you have a?
Oh yeah, and I have a 17,000 manifesto written in blood, apparently, because I obviously don't like this era. Do you know what? I have to give kudos to him though. It was actually original. Well, probably wasn't, because basically he is calling me a sexist dinosaur, blah blah. But he just put it in a more elegant way. But they're idiots. That's all I have to say about them. I've just gone past the point, Kieran. And what's going on now? I see Daniel saying, "What the f now?"
He's talking about what you just said. Your person picking on you.
Oh yeah. Apparently, like, I'm this cult leader, and apparently, like, I'm helping to spread the hate. And I don't know. Do you know what? I mean, this is what you're always going to get with these people. I mean, just before I bring people on, right? The Mary Sue, you probably all know what that is, right? So, just developments in the last couple of days. So, Monopoly, the guys behind Monopoly, Hasbro, right? They've decided to, bring out a Miss Monopoly game, right? Now, me and Cheryl were talking about this at length today, actually. So basically what they've decided to do is basically female players will actually have an advantage over their male counterparts. Not only that, all the businesses are all female-led businesses. Now, look, I've nothing personally against that, but the thing about it is this, that when the women pass go, right, they get $240, whatever it is. When the men pass go, they get $200. Now, how the heck is that equality, right? And how is that supposed to empower women when basically the game is saying, here's 240, here's your handicap over the men because, you can't make it on your own. Idiots. It actually harms the feminist agenda, right? They're all for equality, right? But the Mary Sue, right? There was this, I think the writer of this article was Rachel Wood or something, right? So you obviously know that she's a radical feminist. As I say, those women should probably go and get a proper lay because, they're so hateful towards the world, right? But she says that all the people that are giving out about this are men. And then if you go into the actual comments in the Mary Sue section, it's actually women. Women are offended by this, and rightly bloody so, because it's basically, the game is basically saying, right, the game is basically saying, listen, here's 240 quid. We're going to give you 240 quid because we know that you can't make that 240 quid off your own steam. So we're going to give you 240 quid while we give the men 200 quid. So we're basically giving you a leg up to make you feel empowered. Get away. It's a load of me crap. There's another, I even said to Cheryl, I said, we prove a point, we'll go out and buy Monopoly. And you know what? Someone on my comment section made the perfect point, and it was Monopoly has never been about gender. It's always been about equality, because everybody starts off with the same money. Do you know what I mean? It's a plain level field. So how is this game empowering to women, you bleeding idiots? Do you know what? It'll go down the same way as Gillette did, right? If these gobshites continue with this crap, right? And I know there's themed Monopoly games out there, and this is what these idiots at Mary Sue, this is what the point, they're basically saying, well, nobody has a problem with the other teams, so why have a problem with this? I have a problem with it because it actually weakens the feminist movement. They're for equality, yeah? They're not for getting one over men or getting a leg up, yeah? They want to be able to be equal in every way, but not do it at the expense of men either. You know what I mean? This whole thing is getting ridiculous now at this stage. I know he said this. It's going to get worse before it gets better. This needs to stop. And do you know what? The Mary Sue, I actually called them out on Twitter, and they won't answer me. They'll probably block me anyway because that's what they do. But I said, how dare you lie to the public and say that it's men just giving out about this? I'm not saying men aren't giving out about this, but they're not giving out about it because, because women. It's because it weakens them. We're all for equality. I don't know where these radical feminists get that we're trying to stop them from being equal when we're not. But radical feminists don't want equality. They want to be. They want to. Look, I'm going to be honest. A radical feminist wants to be successful at the expense of men, right? That's the bottom line. They don't want equality. They never have wanted equality, right? True feminists are all about equality, right? They want a plain level field for everybody, right? For everybody, right? These radical feminists just, they have a problem with women that want to stay at home. They have a problem with women that don't want to go out and have a career and rather stay at home and raise a family. There's nothing wrong with that either, and then they criticize women that do go out and get jobs then because it's not the right kind of job that empowers women. It doesn't matter. They're working, they're earning, they're doing something that makes them happy. Who are you to tell them what to bloody do? And games like this actually are actually bad. They're actually bad because because you're giving the girls an impression as well, young girls especially, if they do play Monopoly, or teenage girls, whoever plays this bloody board game at this stage, right? You're actually telling them, well, it's all right to get a leg up. It's all right to be, to be successful at a man's expense. Right, that's why people are giving out about this, right? And even women themselves are disgusted by this game. So Mary Sue, I'm going to call you out again, and Rachel Wood, whatever your name is that did the article, you owe an apology, right? If you're going to write something in the media, you write something balanced, and you don't just say it's men just to fit with your rhetoric, because I've seen your whole magazine. I know it's a feminist magazine, but you're not a feminist magazine. You're a radical feminist magazine, right? And all you do is spew out your hatred, right? And you have blood on your hands, like all those other radical feminists that I say, all those suicides among young men and older men could be attributed back to the crap and the propaganda that you are sprouting every bloody day of the week, right? You're putting men under pressure, then you're making women feel that they have to look over their bleeding shoulders all the time. What kind of society are we living in? Jesus, this stream was supposed to be something different. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean? Just certain things get on my nerves. And it's not that it's just stupid. What next? What next? Do you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. These radical feminists need to stop, right? Or they need to be stopped. Now, finally, I can see a change happening. I watched the clip. And if you have a guy called, who was it? Was it Jimmy? Who was it? Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel, right? If you have a guy like Jimmy Kimmel taking the piss out of this board game, then you know that it's gone too far, because he is woke, right? Everybody knows he is as woke as Anton, but even he's having a laugh and taking the piss out of this. So if he's even doing it, and you should hear the audience reaction. They've had enough of this crap. You've ruined it for other women out there, you radical feminists. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be all about equality, but we do know what you really are. You are a bunch of Nazis, right? You want world domination, and you want men to be second to yours. Yeah? That's not how it is. That's not how you do shit, right? It should be equal. Equal means equal. Doesn't mean... What? I'm going to call people now in a minute. I'll not finish my rant.
Oh, okay.
Right, and when I'm finished my rant, I will call people. I see 33 people are watching, right? This is a rant and a half, so give that rant a like. If not, if you don't like it, give it a dislike. It all helps anyway, I wouldn't be so... Can you check to see if this one already has its dislike?
No, you're 16 likes.
Woo! But seriously, I'm being honest. How far does this need to go? These magazines like the Mary Sue shouldn't be even allowed to be called themselves journalists. They are not journalists. right? They're propaganda mouthpieces, right? They believe in all this ideology and have this belief system, right? And they've gotten into places of media, cinema, you name it, right? So we're being influenced by all this crap, and we've seen it. We've seen it. And this all originated, and I said it, and I don't want to bring it up because of the anniversary that it was yesterday, but this all originated and it all came about after 9/11. All these radical groups then came up through it all, right? And it originates back from there. We only fully seen what it was like in 2016 and the way it was going to go, right? And it's getting bloody worse. How bad does it need to get before people say enough is enough? You have Dave Chappelle there now getting a lot of stick off the critics. Listen, you gobshite, you lost. The public have overwhelmingly supported the guy, right? They have watched his show by the millions. He has have lost. Give it up now. Nobody listens to you anymore. You have no power over the public anymore. We're not going to listen to your bullshit anymore. We've had enough. We've actually had enough. Do you know what I mean? And the public is overwhelmingly saying they've had enough. You need to stop. All this crap needs to stop. We, as consumers of your product, want to be entertained. We do not want to be preached to, right? We don't want to be preached to. If these radical feminists want to make their own movies, make their own movies, right? I don't care. I won't watch them, right? Because I don't give a crap about your radical feminist crap. I believe in true feminists, the pure form of feminist, which is equal opportunity for all, right? And if you're not down that road, go and kiss my ass. You're not worth my time, right? So all you media, all you critics out there, you have lost your stranglehold on the communities out there. You've got channels like Doomcock's channel, which is grown, skyrocketing out there, right? You've got a Neurotics channel, which is grown sky high. Why are they grown sky high? Why is Ballstreck's channel grown sky high? I'll tell you why they are. Because these people are telling it how it is. These people are telling what the media are up to, how they twist things, right? They showed you, right? Channels like Doomcock and Neurotics showed you what Disney were doing, right? They showed you all this crap that all the underhand tactics that they're at, right? Neurotics channels and Doomcock's channel have showed the merchandise for Star Wars has completely flattened out. All right, the channels like this, right, are the channels that are worth supporting because these channels don't hold back and these channels tell you exactly what's going on. And there's a dirty business happening within Hollywood right now. And the reason why it is because we allow these people, or people in Hollywood were scared because obviously Hollywood is a cesspit. And we have known that for fucking decades, right? And these people use that to gain power within Hollywood, right? This is not about, right? This Me Too movement crap and all, right? It's not about actually trying to expose sexual predators anymore, right? It used to be about that. Now it's about getting even. It's about ruining men's careers, right? The men that have done despicable things like that and the women that have done despicable things like that should be all locked up, yes, right? But there's been fucking innocent people in the crossfire, right? Whose careers have been ruined by these people, right? The Me Too movement is, as far as I'm concerned, is dead because these radicals attach themselves to it and they use that as a personal weapon to get payback on certain people in Hollywood instead of actually going after the people that were actually responsible for all this other stuff that was going on for decades, right? That's what I have a problem. And if people think that Harvey Weinstein is the only bloody big fish that was doing stuff like that, is are wrong, right? But these women are not women, I'm not just going to say women, these radicals, right, are using this to gain power within Hollywood. But it's finally slipping from them because the public is not buying it anymore. This is why I keep saying it. You don't support any of these movies. I hear people say, well, I'm going to do a boycott after this film and after this movie maybe, or after this. No, if you're going to do a boycott, you do a boycott. You don't watch any of their movies. You don't go to any of their amusement parks. You don't do nothing, right? You cripple them the only way you can financially. Right, now, I'm done with my rant, right? So what I'm going to do is, I know this is a new stream. I still will give the shout outs, and there's probably a good few there. So I'll go through them all again. And I'm sorry, but I had to say something. That and see that Mary Sue magazine, that they need to really need to get proper journalists, because they write like amateurs, they think like amateurs, right? And you've seen that other journalists, newspapers that have put up. She's ridiculous. Like, she thinks me as an Irishman should have a right to vote in the American election. This is the kind of bull, right? These people don't even go to proper school, right? Or proper colleges. They don't have proper degrees. They're all a bunch of fakes. Fakes. There's fans out there that do better reviews than these. They are more intelligent. These people are not intelligent at all. They're conning their way through all this. So, but people are finally starting to cop on. Right, so we have Paul here, we have Craig, Daniel, Peter Davison, the Dr. AC, Unknown 289. Don't be talking to me while I'm in full flow, please. The Doctor, aka Amy. She does that all the time. I'm gonna smother her with a pillow one of these days. Renee Corley, I'm not really going to do that, because now you will take that little clip, won't you, and do something about it. We've got Yvette again. Yvette, I'll get you on now in a minute. Stephen, Leland is here. Gary is here also. Who else have we got? Who else have we got? We got Cheryl, obviously. Cheryl. We got Michelle. We've got Milan Reviews. We've got Daniel. Peter Davison is here also. And we've got Bull. Welcome, Bull. Welcome. And we've got the Nerdaholics. Noel for PM. Wow. If I was leader of your country, trust me, I will sort out this Brexit bollocks in 5 minutes, right? Anybody that actually tries to stop me from leaving, I'll lock them up in prison. The democratic vote should be maintained. End of. That's the way it's done. If you're going to vote on something, right, you can't go along and just turn around and say, well, I didn't vote on that, so I don't think we should live. It doesn't matter how close it was. The public that were eligible to vote voted to live. Now, I know people don't want to leave because of this no-deal Brexit business and all. But listen, they said when you were going to leave Europe that your country was going to be in a state, and it's actually not in a state. So why not take the leap of faith and just... I mean, this has to be the quickest divorce. Oh, no, this has to be the longest divorce I've ever seen in politics. Seriously, it's actually quite annoying now. I wish it was all over. Everything I see is either Trump or Brexit. It just, come on, there's more to life, And now they're telling everybody that you will run out of food. The UK would never run out of food. That's the thing. It's actually funny. You're going to run out of food if you leave Europe. And everybody's buying that shit. You won't run out of food. What, you think your farms all of a sudden are going to stop producing? Fucking come on. And I'm not saying that to you, Nerdaholics. You probably think it's all annoying now at this stage. But yeah, that's another bloody thing that annoys me. Michael Richardson is here as well. How are you, Michael? And High Desert 004. Oh, yeah, just want to talk about Pierce Brosnan, me fellow countryman, the stupid idiot that he is. Now, that plonker, right, has suggested that the next Bond should be female. Right, listen, Pierce, right? I liked GoldenEye, but the rest of your Bonds were shit. Shut your mouth. You haven't done anything in years, right? You're actually a has-been now because you're in Mamma Mia's and all that, right? So you're not actually a real actor anymore. So your opinion actually means for shit. So shut your mouth. The next Bond should be a man because that's the way it was written. And you played the character, so you should understand the character. The fact that you've actually come out and said that the next Bond should be a woman actually shows how clueless and stupid that you are, that you're following the same rhetoric that every other bloody actor and actress out there has decided to do. So I've lost all respect for you. You go and kiss me arse and I'll never watch any of your Bond movies again, you stupid asshole. And I'm sorry that my fellow countryman was that stupid to suggest that. I actually thought my fellow countrymen were a bit smarter than that and we didn't buy into all this bullshit. Look, I'm all for equality, right? But you're not going to take a franchise that has been always a man and has been written in the original books as a man and then decide because everybody is on this female buzz thing, right, that you're going to change a bloody character just to hammer home the point. Oh, look, there's another male character gone. Oh, no, kiss my arse, right? And you know what? The funny thing about it is Daniel Craig started all this bullshit, right? But his wife comes out last year and says that Bond should stay a man, right? Then he goes and hires a feminist bloody writer, right? Who basically has put in a female Bond in this bloody movie because apparently Daniel Craig's Bond is retired. So they're testing the water, right? And then the Daily Mail then, to try hammer home the fact that men are all superior, put up a photograph and say, oh, there's Daniel Craig with his assistant. But it wasn't. It was the fucking producer of James Bond, which is a fucking woman. Bleeding idiots. The Daily Mail don't help either, because when you have press like that actually misinforming, now I don't care that they actually ended up changing it and apologising. That's not the bloody point, right? They're all pushing this bloody fucking agenda, and I'm sick of it. Jesus Christ, man. The way they're talking, you think women were in chains for fucking hundreds of years. Seriously. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Actors, right? I said this the other night. Actors and actresses and writers now are not hired because of their talents. They're hired because they follow a certain ideology, right? So they basically become propaganda mouthpieces, right? That's all they've become. They're not even hired on talent anymore. You look at the people that Marvel are even hiring, right? Not one of them have a brain between them, right? And you look at the dodgy stuff that they say. I go dodgy, but I've actually seen it myself. You look at the stuff that and the rhetoric that comes out of these people's mouth. It's more hatred. That's all that seems to be. More bloody hatred. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. It's James Bond is a man. And you know what? It was brilliant because someone had a go at, I think it was Piers Morgan, and called him a prat, right? And I went on to her and said, right, I said, you called Piers Morgan a prat, but obviously you haven't, you don't know what the source material is, because if you actually look at the history of the character was written a male and was for a male. So basically, like, you can go and stick your hashtag up your arse because she had female Bond or something. It was hashtag female Bond or whatever. And I said, you can shut that hashtag where the sun don't shine, right? See, this is what I'm sick. You're not going to try change everything, right? And change language. And even the language that we use today is being changed because it follows. See, here's the thing, right? There's a minority of these people, right? It's not even a big percentage of the population, but yet they're making the loudest noise, right? And they're trying to change how we behave. They're trying to change our language. They're changing the programs that we watch. They're changing franchises that we watch. They're basically taking all the old franchises and basically saying, look what we can do with them. We can fuck them up. And they're basically messing them up deliberately. People think this is not done on, it is done on purpose. Even the Star Wars. If people think that they didn't put that, look at Disney knew what they were doing when they were putting those movies out. Disney knew those movies were bad, but they put them out. And the reason why they put them out is because the other crowd would have had a fit if they didn't put them out. And because, well, basically they're woke themselves anyway, so they're going to throw out any old shite. It doesn't have to be even good anymore, right? Once it has all that crap in it, right? That's it. They're golden, right? They don't give a shit about proper story writing anymore. As I said, all the writers and all the actors and actresses, and I see Brie Larson's being at it again. Right, I didn't become Captain Marvel to be a hero. I became Captain Marvel to be a woman or some shit like that. Shut your mouth. Nobody wants to hear from you anymore. You bleeding, babbling baboon. Right? Shut your mouth. You're an idiot. You shouldn't even got that role. right? You haven't respected it. You've come out and slated every man that you've had a chance to come out and have a go at, right? Just shut your mouth. You're in a racist movie as well. You have no. What's that happening here?
They're waiting for that.
No, my live stream just froze.
Oh no, I can still see you.
All right, see that it froze, right? And then it freaked me out, right? Anyway, right, listen, you plank, right? Nobody wants to hear you anymore. Shut your mouth, right? Just go make your second Captain Marvel movie, right? Keep your bleeding rhetoric out of it, right? And actually try make a decent movie for us. And do us a favour, love, yeah? Take the stick out of your ass because you act like a plank. You've no personality. You're like Jodie Whittaker. You've no personality. You've no screen presence. That's why they took you out of most of Endgame. They knew you had no screen presence, but yet they gave it to you. And then you come out and, I do my own stunts, I do. I do my own stunts. Look, I'm great. Oh, look at me, muscles. I'm better than a man. I do my own stunts like Tom Cruise. No, you're bleeding, don't you? Had a stunt double, you bleed, idiot. You even had an ass double. You fool, you had an ass double. That's how pathetic you are. You had an ass double. I do me own stunts, me arse. I tell you, Jesus Christ, man. This is why I hate you. Don't be saying shit like that. Do you know what I mean? You do me own stunts. You just need to shut up now. Nobody wants to listen to you. See, the difference between you and Jodie Whittaker is that at least Jodie Whittaker's kept her mouth shut now these last couple of months, which kind of annoys me now because I wish she would actually come out and say something because, like, you know, it's getting ridiculous now. I just have no time for them anymore. But that Brie Larson one really needs to shut her mouth. Seriously. And then, do you know what? I'll tell you a little story. When I was first on Twitter, I came across her account, right? And she put up a story about she was out and some guy asked her for her phone number, right? Now, she said no, right? And he walked off and he didn't make a big deal out of it, right? And then she puts up a tweet along the lines, oh, I felt he was encroaching on my personal space and all this, and I felt uncomfortable and all this, right? And then some bloke goes, all he did was ask you for your number, love. And then he went away. What's the issue here? And then, of course, like a typical radical feminist that she is, what does she do? Play the fucking victim. Shut your mouth. Nobody wants to hear you anymore. Your type of women, nobody wants to hear.
Hi, look at me.
Right? I just want to hear, right? I'm all for equality, right? But you women just need to, like, back off.
You're scaring Ted.
And Ted. Right, Ted.
That's me.
Right, I'm going to get Yvette on. I've had me rant. I'm sorry about that. 41 people watching now, but probably now that the conversation's going to change and I'm not having me epic rant anymore, you will probably leave. But before you do me a favour, because there is 41 of you watching, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a like or a dislike, whatever, which way you want to do it, share the link, or if you haven't subscribed, please do. I really appreciate it if you do. Because there'll be a lot more of this anyway. Because I'm serious now. These next couple of weeks, I'm just gonna call out everybody. I'm just sick of it now. Sick of all this crap. It's getting too much. And again, you know, the reason why it kind of gets to me is the fact that lately I've seen videos of other YouTubers and family members committing suicide and YouTubers committing suicide because, you know, the pressure, all these idiots with their rhetoric and everything. It is. I don't think they realise what damage they're doing to the young people. And it is even affecting people like myself. Nobody wants to hear, especially me as a guy. I don't want to hear how apparently toxic I am. You know what I mean? Like that Gillette ad, that really boiled my blood because, no offense, but they showed all the African American guys in a good light, right? And then I think of guys like Chris Brown beating the shit out of Rihanna, or I think of O.J. Simpson allegedly. I'll say allegedly because he was found not guilty of killing. What was her name again? Nicole
Brown.
Was that her name?
Yeah, she's married now.
All right, Nicole Brown. or whatever the name they used. They didn't use Brown. They used their non-married name.
Nicole Simpson?
Oh no, they did. Okay, I'm stupid. But like, so you know what I mean? And then I was like, I'm not saying that white men are perfect, because we're not, right? We have flaws like every other man on this planet. It doesn't matter what your bleeding skin color is, right? That's why Gillette lost 8 billion. You don't do shit like that and think you're going to get away with it, right? But it's stuff like that, right? It's stuff like the rhetoric that we've seen these past couple of years that have made the suicide rates, and I don't care what anybody says, you can criticize all you want. There is a connection. There is a connection. You look when all this started, right? And you look at the rates. I even did it in Ireland. The rates of suicide in Ireland have tripled in older men, right? In my age group, right? And in younger men, it's doubled, right? Young girls too. Young girls' suicide rates up in my country, and older women. This is all this rhetoric. These people are putting too much pressure on young people. They're putting too much pressure on the older generation as well, because these are trying to the changes that they're trying to make in society, in my opinion, are not good ones, right? And the people need to open their eyes to this, and I know a lot of people are, but there needs to be a lot more talk about this, because for someone that suffered, I'm gonna get personal here for a few minutes. For someone that has suffered with depression and tried to take their own life, I think it's 12 years ago now. This is why I had the problems with my stomach, because I took a lot of tablets that reacted badly to my stomach. So now you know, and sometimes it flares up and I end up being sick, right? So it's down to my own stupidity, right? But I was able to get myself sorted. You know, I got the help that I needed to get, and I worked my way back up, right? So when these people try to come after me, it doesn't actually bother me, because as I said, I was down the bottom of the barrel at one stage, and I'm back up again. So these people don't bother me anymore, right? But the thing about it is, right, when I see what's going on now, and I see what's going on in society, it's only leading one way. It's only leading one way. Suicide rates are just going to just keep skyrocketing every year, every month, every week. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And the reason why it's going to get worse is because nobody has the will, or nobody wants to speak up against any of this crap that's going on. And magazines, as I said, like the Mary Sue and other media and journalists that follow all this rhetoric, all have blood on their hands and ought to be ashamed of themselves, right? Because there's a lot of people here that should be here, and it's down to the kind of shit that they're writing, right? Because people start believing that stuff. When you keep hearing how bad men are, especially white, you start, if you're told something over and over and over and over and over and over and over, it goes in there. Remember that. So subconsciously, even if you're saying to yourself, they're wrong, right? It's still going in there subconsciously, and it does play on a lot of people's minds. No, they're not.
You lost like 3 hours.
No, it did. 3 people left. Doesn't matter.
I know.
If people don't look, I'm just being honest tonight, and you know, I mean, look, some people are not going to like this topic of conversation. Obviously, it might be a bit heavy for some, but I mean, look, I just wanted to tell you all where I am, and I mean, at the end of the day, this channel is not going to stop doing what it does. Yes, I will have to look after myself a little bit more, but like, my health has never stopped me from doing stuff, so it's not going to stop. But at the end of the day, as I said, these people just need to take a step back and realize that the real damage that they have actually done. And anybody that supports these people ought to be ashamed of themselves too, because you're not setting up the right environment or the right kind of society to bring kids into. You're not. I pity anybody, and no disrespect, but I'll pity anybody if they bring a child into this world today, because you're going to be their child's going to be living in a world where if they're a young lad, they're going to be told that everything that makes them a man is wrong. And then all the girls are going to be told, young girls are going to be told how evil us men actually are, and they'll be looking over their shoulders. It's only gone one way, and it needs to stop. So when I see Dave Chappelle and people like that finally having the courage to come out and actually poke fun at all this, because that's how it all starts. Remember, comedians before, right, of the past have changed a lot in society because of things that they've done or said. So this could be the start. Dave Chappelle and then Jimmy, who was it, Fallon Kimball, right? The more comedians start poking fun at this, then you know that this is starting to lose traction. And you can already see it in fandoms all over. All this rhetoric is starting to get on people's nerves now. And they just don't want this kind of propaganda pushed in their faces. And I don't want to be preached to, right? I watch TV to be entertained, right? If I want to be preached to, that's why I watch political programs, or I watch news programs, or watch educational programs and stuff like that. If I want to be informed and stuff like that. TV shows are there to entertain. And as soon as you use them for political gain, and it doesn't matter what side of an argument you're on or what kind of politics you have, you lose something in the show, right? And it just needs to stop. Right, I'm going to stop now, right? I'm really going to stop now. I've said what I've had to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on Yvette, because obviously Yvette has been waiting to come on, and she's been very patient. So thanks, Yvette. Well, hold on now. I just have to check one more quick thing. Oh, no. No. Uh-oh. Right, I'm going to get on Yvette anyway, because she's been waiting to get on, and it's only fair. I'll deal with that other thing later. What am I looking for now? Messenger. I know some of you are still waiting to find out what the news is. I'm not going to let anybody know before anybody else. So if you're texting me to ask me what the news is, nope. You'll have to wait like everybody else, because it's not fair. Right, Yvette, I'm about to get you on, and hopefully this time we're all good.
No.
Hello, Yvette. Welcome to the Tardis Zone Live. Right, so obviously before we got cut off, you were saying you were trying to get in contact with me. I don't know if you heard me at the start of this live stream, but I literally now, and I'm not messing, I literally receive hundreds of messages a day, nearly. So I do be going through them all. So I'm sorry if I missed any of your messages. I obviously didn't actually get to see them. The only messages that I can actually see there are the one where you said Alexa didn't wake you up. Because what I normally do is on this phone is I normally delete all the chats that I've had, and then because the space on my bleeding phone is actually ridiculous. So go on. You obviously have some news.
It was actually about my source.
Right, go ahead then.
But I wanted to run it past. No, I'm not doing it live. I want to run it past you first.
Oh, okay then. All right.
So if we can chat tomorrow on DM.
Well, if you want,
it's a non-news.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm at actually receiving news tonight that I actually can't even put out either. just to let you know, folks.
Right.
So it's
So
probably
maybe we can have a chat tomorrow.
yeah.
And
So
see
it's probably the
what
same
we've got
kind of
between
news.
us.
Well, we can have a chat now in a few minutes if you want. Just obviously we said it was about companions. So obviously you don't want to talk about that. So do you want to talk about the companions? Have you got a favorite companion or least favorite companion?
I do. But before I start, I was just being bombarded by the group for science questions again.
Oh, okay. Right, let's see what these science
And I
questions
didn't
are.
answer any of them. I will
Okay.
tell you my favourite companions: Joe Grant, Sarah Jane Smith, and Harry Sullivan from
Right.
classic era. And I know this is not popular, but I loved Rose.
Right.
There you go.
Right, so is Rose your only favourite New Who companion?
Well, Clara Oswald needed to die for sure in Diagon Alley. I was disgusted they brought her back. She was a waste of space from start to finish. And I'm trying to stay polite. I liked Amy and Rory to a degree. Bill was okay. I actually like Bill.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't like Mickey that much.
Right. So who do you think? Who do you not like? Who was it that you didn't like, and who do you think was underrated?
Underrated. Definitely Ace.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly Romana, the first one. Didn't like the second Romana. I thought the first Romana was absolutely astounding. And she was so beautiful. She had such a stance about her, and being a Time Lord as well, Time Lady rather. Joe Grant was just brilliant. Underrated. I'm trying to think. From the Patrick Troughton era, I think Jamie was underrated. He could have done a lot more. Old Hines. I'm thinking. Underrated. More that I don't like was the second Romana, who Tom Baker married. And a lot from Peter Davison's series. Didn't like Tegan, didn't like Peregrine, whatever the hell her name was. And oh my God, who dressed her? But Ace was one of my favourites, definitely. She was great. And that ginger twat, what was her name? Who was in Sylvester McCoy's and Colin Baker's. Stupid dance thing, ginger.
Oh, I love this show. I really do. This is why I do what I do.
Sorry.
No, you're right. Oh, this is why I do what I do. I love it. I always get a good old smile on my face. Oh, see, Extra Spice Mikey is here tonight. Woo-hoo! Hey, son.
So now, do you want to do a few quick science questions to shut them up, or do you just want to stay on this?
No, okay. There you go. If anybody has any science questions for our resident scientist, Yvette, remember to keep it in the topic. What? Quantum.
Not breaking my brain, guys.
Quantum physics. Yeah. So if you have any questions, you want to throw Yvette's way. Yeah, I didn't like Mel myself, Paul. She was a bit of a squeak.
Mel, that's it. Mel.
What does he want?
Yeah.
Look at him. He's wiggling. Oh, he's not laughing me in the face.
Science questions, I'll look.
Right.
The
Mandela effect.
Right. Mandela effect. We did this last time. I brought up the Hindenburg, which none of you knew, or most of you didn't know either, including myself, that there were survivors. We all believed everyone had perished. So I actually think that is possibly, in quotations, a Mandela effect. But a lot can be explained. So I'm in two minds about it. There are certain things that have answers that we've not paid attention to. There's deja vu, which is, again, a type of Mandela effect, but short term. It's not actually a science, so yeah, that's my opinion on it.
Oh, we've got two scientists in the chat. We've got Bull as well. Well, I dabble in theoretical physics. Woo! So you're a Sheldon. You're a Sheldon Cooper. You're a Sheldon Cooper. Woohoo! Fusion containment and wormhole travel.
That Paul? Is that Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul is super hot on cold fusion. Super hot. Super hot on cold fusion. That's funny.
Milan Review says, I reported Teddy for human abuse again. Ooh. Right, so let me see if we any more. So, question: what is 2 + 2 then? No, yeah.
Oh, it is definitely 5.
Then the answer is -1. -1.
Wait, 2 + 2 can equal almost anything.
There you go. Let me see
Depends
where
what
else.
equation you put with it.
Here, you listen, I'll read.
Uh,
travel and fusion containment.
I already read those two.
And that's it.
Right, so there are any more science questions? Is that it? Does anybody want to ask any science questions related to Doctor Who and see if the, well, I suppose that we probably did that the last
No,
time.
it's fine, honestly. I did an hour week last week. That's why I fell asleep and missed the live stream.
You're good, you're good. There's me Super Mario. Yeah. I'm Mario.
Focus, honey.
I am focused. How scientifically accurate is Doctor Who, says Milan Reviews?
Right, Milan. A lot of the technology comes down to the law more than the science. The law is very important. It inspires scientists to go look for the answers. So, as in all types of television with law built into them, the law is important. And then we work from the law to try and prove it. It inspires scientists to go out there, like the holy grail of time travel. One of my top 10, that and faster than light travel. I have a holy grail, and I will find it one day, hopefully. But yeah, the Doctor Who, traveling in space and time. Time's irrelevant in Doctor Who, and I mean completely irrelevant, because he travels in it. So it's taken out of the equation, which actually changes the science, because you're not including time in any equations if you want to write them for it.
Interesting. Milan Extra Spice Mikey says, what does reverse the polarity of the neutron flow actually mean? I think John Pertwee just made that shit up himself, to be quite honest with you, if I'm correct in saying.
He had to learn that line, and he had to repeat it about 50 times. I read an article on it. And you can reverse the polarity of anything, lasers, etc.
Nice.
But you're just changing the way it's doing it.
Paul asks, is time strictly linear, or do we move through time?
Time is not linear. Time, and I'm quoting from Doctor Who here, wibbly wobbly.
Timey-wimey.
Timey-wimey.
No,
time is definitely not linear.
The Dr. A.K. Amy says, I wanted to know if we could actually have wormholes like they have in Stargate SG-1 with someday.
God, I hope so one day. Love SG-1. Yes, we in the quantum world can create miniature, and that's not the proper wording, microscopic, still too big, tiny wormholes, which stretch millions and millions and millions of millimeters. But we can do it. We've now got to make it bigger, though. That's the tough bit.
Paul asks, Nikola Tesla claimed that most scientists ignore things that they can't explain because they don't fall into what they currently know. I would actually agree with that assessment myself, actually. But what do you...
Well, Einstein's a very, very good subject for this. His theory of relativity didn't work without creating quantum physics, which he knew nothing about and couldn't even describe it. However, over the years, quantum physics has slowly made its way into the sciences. It's the newest science. And we've already broken 2 of Einstein's laws. Tesla, don't get me started, has some rudimentary understanding of some sciences. Science won't ignore what they don't know. They will theorize, write papers. If they get it wrong, that's still a good thing because it's one less thing to cross off and a path you don't have to follow.
But would that not be? Right? Can I just ask?
Right.
Would that not be Would that not be the description of all sciences? Because you actually don't know. Like you can theorize and theorize, but how can you actually prove something beyond 100% doubt? I mean, for example, we have a thing called gravity, as you know, but yet no scientist can tell us what gravity actually is. So why give it a name if we don't know what it is? And why say it's something and it does this job, but you can't explain how it does it? See, I'm a Tesla fan myself. I do believe he was way ahead of his time. I do actually agree with the state. I do think scientists actually do, not all, but I do think scientists, when it comes to his work, are very close-minded. I think he was way ahead of his time. I really do think that we should have went down his route of science. As you said yourself, Albert Einstein, I mean, he just sat there and wrote all equations on the board. How do we know that everything? And as you said yourselves, you have broken 2 of his laws already. So if you have broken 2, how can you actually say that his science is actually, right? If you have already broke 2 of Einstein's laws, well, then maybe the whole of his science and his equations should be put under the spotlight, and basically maybe he got it wrong.
Okay, Einstein's rule of relativity is under the spotlight constantly. It brings me great pleasure when we do crack something. Tesla, I'm not saying I didn't admire him. Yes, way ahead of his time. But again, a lot of his theories, like Einstein, were just ideas. Just like Einstein's. I'm not dissing either of them. Both very, very brilliant men. But what we know now to what they knew then has changed so radically. You can't create something without a theory. And theories are what drives science. So you have all these different theories. Whether you prove them right or wrong at the end of the day, points us in different directions, left, right, up or down, following different routes to different results. Some results are amazing, other results are breaking.
No, I get you, and I'm not
we
dissing any scientists out there. I hope you don't think I am.
No,
But I mean,
no.
until science is proven, or until the actual, topic of what they're dealing with is actually 100% proven, is not all science then pseudoscience? Because you do have scientists that come out with theories, right? And then they're ridiculed and they're saying, but it's only pseudoscience. And you even look at Tesla's wiki. It actually says that he dealt in pseudoscience. No, he didn't. He dealt in what Einstein and every other scientist did. It's just for some weird reason they like to discredit Tesla, and this Tesla has been discredited long enough, to be honest with you. I mean, we all know that Edison stole his work, but yet Edison still to this day gets all the credit. It's ridiculous. Like, I mean, the Tesla's work, as I said, I think that is the key. I think it's the key to unlocking everything that we need to unlock, and I don't think anybody should be listening to Albert Einstein, because I think, I'm being honest with you, I don't believe in any of his science, to be quite honest with you. I think he has brought scientists down the wrong route. It's all equations and all this, and I think science is simpler than that, to be quite honest with you, and I think everything can be explained, to be honest with you. I mean, you've got Tyson DeGrassi, who calls himself a scientist, goes on TV, and then someone asks him the question to actually explain what gravity is, and it shows gravity and motion with it, and they can't even do that. So, I mean, we should. There's only certain scientists that I listen to because I'm interested in their work, but the scientists that we have today, I genuinely don't believe any of the stuff that's being put out there. I think Albert Einstein has led a lot of scientists down the wrong path, to be honest with you. That's just my personal opinion. A scientist do good work, but I think they have been misled down the garden path. And I think he created all these equations to kind of fit in with what he believed in. When things didn't make sense, he added an equation to kind of justify it, to try and explain it. But then if that's the case, then his science must be considered pseudoscience, because it's not 100%. As you said yourself, so every day you learn something new, and every day something else is discredited. So I don't know.
Correct. I won't diss Einstein completely, because without his equations and his thinking, we wouldn't have quantum physics. Without quantum physics, we wouldn't be producing quantum computers. And
sorry, Ted just got behind the fridge.
I can actually tell you something that probably the group may not know. We recently measured dark matter, and it's a lot older than it should be.
Right, but here's the thing, for someone like me that doesn't know what dark matter is, right?
Okay, right.
So explain what dark matter is, and how you could show me a practical demonstrate or what dark matter does, or what, you know what I mean?
Sure, okay. Right, so our universe is made up of matter.
Yes, antimatter.
5% of our universe is made up of what we can see.
Right.
Another 5% is made up of dark matter, which we can't see, but have discovered through the Higgs boson. And then the other 90% of the universe, all the dark space in between the galaxies, which we thought was empty, is now believed to be dark energy. Now, that's not proven yet. However, dark matter, we have a subject we can use, the Higgs boson. We've basically carbon dated it, but a sciencey version of it. And it's a lot older than it should be, to the point it would have been here before the Big Bang. And this has blown the scientific community away. This was announced last week.
Right, so hold on. So if dark matter is older than the creation of obviously what we know today,
Yeah.
are you trying to say then that dark matter may have been somehow responsible
and
dark energy being responsible for the creation of the universe?
We're about before the Big Bang, where we thought there was nothing, and then the Big Bang.
So there was.
I've never been able to
So what you're saying is before the Big Bang there was actually something there called dark matter and dark energy.
Pretty much, yeah. It's huge.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I think I've just blown everyone's brains, haven't I?
No. I mean, it's interesting. But I mean, again, I would ask the question, being a cynic, how would you know dark matter exists if you can't see it?
Because of the Higgs boson that was discovered.
Right, but if you hold on, but you've created that in the CERN created that, yeah. So,
yes, but it is part of the dark matter family.
Yeah, but maybe I'm being stupid, right? But I mean, if you've created it in a lab, right? How can you carbon date something that you've created yourselves and able to kind of say, well, it was before the Big Bang? Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to be awkward here. I'm just genuinely interested because I mean,
honestly, no. One, it wasn't created in a lab. Two, it was created by smashing certain elements together.
Yeah, the collider thing, Yogi Bobby thing.
Which is different from creating something. We didn't create it ourselves by smashing certain elements together, and we weren't expecting it. We knew it was out there, the theoretical side of it. It registered for milliseconds, but it proves dark matter exists.
Oh man!
So although it was done in CERN, it's still a genuine dark matter particle.
Do you know what? I'm glad I'm not a scientist. This hurts my head.
Paul wants to know if it's theoretically possible to create a planet.
Yeah, well, the last time I was on, you nearly broke me, the lot of you. I never had to think so fast on my feet in my life.
No, I'm not. Look, I'm not trying to catch you out or that. No, I'm genuinely.
No.
My head is exploding right now because like you talk about dark matter, right? And I registered for a millisecond, but you can't really see it. But you think it was there before the universe was even created. But then how can you? You know what I mean? It just.
Yes, I know. No, honestly, I've been there myself. All I wanted to say the last time I was on, you guys had me thinking on my feet. The caliber of questions I was asked, I was humbled.
You ready, Yvette?
I am rarely surprised to be asked so many intelligent questions, and you guys are just amazing. And thinking on my feet. It's not often I have to do that.
Paul wants to know.
Thank you. I am so pleased we have a group that's interested in everything Doctor Who related, the science behind it, the laws behind it, and
Hey, Yvette, Paul wants to know if it's theoretically possible to create a planet or moon.
A planet of men.
A planet or moon.
Oh, a planet or moon. I like the first one better.
Well, yeah, that's
American
accent for you. Just make it whatever you want.
It reminds me of that Diet Coke out the 90s, you know, when all the women were oodling at all the muscle men. I want you to be no slave.
Men.
I want you to work all day. Because I want you.
Create a
To
moon.
be
You
true.
could create a satellite that looks like a moon. That would be the only thing. No, you can't create planets. You need from the universe in a galaxy swirling around to put a planet together.
Here's a question for you. I've got my own question, and I'll leave you with this one. Will we ever get to a point where we'll be able to create gravity like we see in all those sci-fi shows that we see when they're out in space, but we be like there's gravity, so we won't be floating in the air and stuff like that. So do you reckon we'd be able to do that? What?
Oh, yeah. I get you. Yeah, walking around a spaceship.
Yeah.
Right. Well, to be honest, the International Space Station can spin at a certain speed, which produces gravity, and they only do it for a while because it makes them very sick. But to produce gravity on a spaceship, it has to spin to produce the gravity. Unless they come up with a brand new science to do that, we can do it now, but you'd be going round and round and round and round just to walk straight.
Right. Do you know what? This being an interesting call tonight. Yvette, yeah, listen, what I'll do is like no, you're grand.
We need to get questions in advance and schedule time.
Yeah,
so
what
that
we'll do is we'll get questions for you in advance the next time. But listen, obviously you'll want to talk to me tomorrow, so I'll talk to you tomorrow before I go live tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
right.
we can
give us a buzz tomorrow.
I will.
We'll swap info.
Not a bother, and we'll see if we've got actually the same information. Because if we do, then obviously, you know, we're in business. Because what I've received, the second part that I've received tonight. Now I received information last night, but I'm at the receiving information tonight, which I'm not allowed. Again, hopefully now someone doesn't jump the bloody gun. But I've been given information and I have to hold on to, right? Because obviously.
We were both there with that. I was sitting on it as well the last time with you.
So
I nearly fell over it.
Yeah, so I told you I've been told now this time. Look, keep it to yourself now for now. But yeah, let's just say, is it happy or sad info? Well, it depends how you look at it. If you're let's just put it this way. There probably is going to be a bit of controversy coming soon. That's all I can say.
I'm sure.
And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying anymore because I've been told not to say anymore.
No, Cheryl, Teddy, it's been lovely being on. I'm always happy to come on.
No problem. I'm on again tomorrow night. Obviously, like, you know, I was supposed to be on last night, but I wasn't feeling too well. So I'll be on tomorrow night anyway. So join me tomorrow night anyway. So I'll put you down on the list. You're obviously going to come on, yeah?
You want me to come on tomorrow?
You can come on tomorrow, yeah?
Yep, I'll be up. I'll come on if you want me on.
Not a bother.
Stephen wants us to do a twosome together. Oh, that sounds disgusting.
Go on. I'll talk to you soon, Eva.
All right. Love to everyone.
See ya. Oh, she's gone down. She's gone downstairs with Teddy. Teddy's gone to the loo. Teddy's gone to the loo. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I need a pee too.
Okay. All right, so
Yvette
has gone off to have a pee. Cheryl's gone off to have her pee. Ted's gone off to have his pee, and I am going to say good night to Yvette. Good night, Yvette. We'll talk to you soon. And that was Yvette, everybody. So let me see who we got. My pose and I'm not directed to you. There, it's okay, no problem. Bull, I get you, my friend. Don't you worry, my friend. Right. So who we got next? What is this? Don't know what that means. Oh, it's just showing me, right. Jim can't join us because he's on the road tonight. Well, Jim, if you can hear us, if you have managed to be able to get it on, or listen to it on a device. I hope you've enjoyed the show so far. Listen, I know this stream has kind of gone off on a weird one, which it kind of has a bit, but that's because I started off with a bit of a look. I just had to say something is toxic to people like me, and there's a lot of vulnerable people out there, men and women, young girls, young boys, and they're being told that they're horrible human beings, and it's so sad. But getting back, Noel's right. That golden eye, it's downhill. Die another day is garbage. Look at that plonker. Pierce Brosnan has. Look, he's as far as I'm concerned, he can go and kiss my behind. He's just like, look, he's a sellout, right? They're all a bunch of sellouts. Any man that comes out and supports this Bond female crap is a sellout. End of. Yous obviously don't give a shit about the histrionics of a character. Yous obviously don't give a crap about the fact that it's actually written down on black and white by the original author that the character is male. But hey, let's forget all about that just to show how diverse we are. Yeah, I knew you didn't. Cheryl said that you did. I knew you didn't. So it's okay, Michelle. Right, so who's next on the list? Let me see. Who have I got? I seen Daniel said good night. Daniel must have had to go. I seen Stephen Griffiths in the comments there. Stephen, would you like to come on? If you do, send me a text. Don't ring me. Send me a text on Messenger, and I'll get you on. Actually, I'll text you right now. Oh, I said on. Go, Gadget, go. Go, Gadget, go. We all like Inspector Gadget, don't we? I'm just waiting on a reply there, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. And today we have got the animals in the Tardis zone. And that is okay, Stephen. I understand. Right, well then I'll just chat away. So I'll just chat away tonight. So did you hear them? Stephen has to get up for work in the morning, so Stephen is fine. Let Stephen get his sleep. Let's see. What? You feck. Right, my live chat has just gone there. I don't know if people are actually chatting to me, so we'll have to wait until Cheryl comes back. So I'll just talk here for a second. I'm just seeing if there's anything I can actually, see if there's anything interesting. Oh yeah. I wanted to show you all something. Now, I think this is inappropriate, right? But it also goes to show you. Now, listen, whether you're a supporter of Trump or not, right? Whether you hate the man or not, right? I think this is inappropriate, right? Now, and I think it's disrespectful, highly disrespectful. Not to Trump, but to the victims of 9/11, This is actually disgusting. Now, this is worn by a so-called American, right? And the reason why I say so-called American, because if you think Trump being the president was one of the 2 worst days of American history, and then you get a t-shirt and you actually put that on a t-shirt, well, then you deserve to be put up against a wall. And I won't finish that sentence, right? But I'm telling you now, this is disgraceful. Look at this clown, right? So he decided to get a t-shirt which says, the 2 worst mornings of the 24th century, 9/11 and 11/9. Right? And you can see Donald Trump there, silhouette, and the Twin Towers in the background. Right? That's an asshole. That's not an American citizen. Right? If you're, see, this is what's happened, but it's the media's fault. The media makes brainwashed little assholes like him, like that. You know? And that's what it is. So as soon as Cheryl's ready, she'll check the chat because my chat is completely gone.
Okay.
And we'll see who's next if there is anybody coming back for a call. What you say, love?
Did that already go?
Yvette is gone now, yeah.
Sorry, did you have to go?
No, it's okay. I told her that you had to bring the dog down, but she said good night.
Yeah. Oh.
So let's see.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if this
Michelle
pop up.
wants to call in.
All right. I get me. Well, I was all right. I didn't think anybody wanted to come on. I said I was gonna just talk, but so Michelle's coming on. Okay, that's fine. Anybody else want to come on? Because I don't want to just take 2 calls tonight. There's no point in me taking any more calls if nobody else is gonna actually call in. I'm being honest, because like 2 calls, what's, you know. So if anybody else would like to, I see Gary is in the call, in the chat, or Paul is in the chat. If any of you guys would like to come on as well, or the 2 of you would like to come on after Michelle, that'll be fine. No, I can see the chat now. I've got the pop-up chat on now. It took a while to load up. Sorry, I didn't say goodbye.
I said she'll come on too.
Right, and Paul said he'd come on. So we got Michelle, Amy, and Paul.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
Right, I'm writing those names down so I don't get confused.
I just put it in the chat.
It doesn't matter, you know me. So Michelle, Amy, and then Paul. Michelle, Amy. You try to make me go to rehab, but I said no. And then who else? We've got Paul, who's actually named after my brother. Good night, Yvette. You dream of science. Right, we'll bring Michelle on because that's what we do on this channel. So, do you know what? I don't know what I was going to, do you know, I'm actually kind of gone blank there. What's wrong? What did he have an accident though?
Well, it was just gross because we went across to the church. Good boy.
Yeah, we contact on here. I'm going to ring you now. Hello, Michelle.
Oh, shoot. What happened?
How are you?
Oh, crap. Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go on. You're live on the Tardis zone. How are you?
I'm fine. Okay, you want to know about companions, right?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, but I'm going to start with Riddick, and some people call it Nunu, and people from England say continuation.
Right.
My companions
my companions are Rose, Donna, who's that black girl and the new Who? She was right after Rose.
Martha Jones.
Think of her name.
Martha
Jones,
Jones.
yeah. Rose, Martha Jones, Donna Noble, Claire, which I don't care what people say about her. I like her. She was good. And Amy Pond and Rory.
Right.
Roy was good whenever he was in the Tardis with Amy. Mickey was okay. John Barman was really great. I like John Barman. Classic Who, which I only watched 1 through 5. I like in William Hartnell, I like his granddaughter.
Susan.
I can't remember her name.
Susan.
I like Susan. She was good. Not a fan of Troughton, but John Pertwee I love. Joe Grant, and I did like Harry and Sir James Smith. And then Tom Baker. I liked him whenever he played with Sarah Jane. And I know this is strange. I like Tegan. She was interesting. I don't know which ones were the underrated. Because that was a hard one to think of. Who was an underrated companion? I didn't care for the first companion that John Pertwee had before Joe Grant. Didn't really much care about her.
Liz, is it Liz Shaw?
What'd you say?
Liz Shaw, was it?
Yeah, Liz Shaw. Wasn't too crazy about her. Adric was okay. Phil was a so companion. But the strong ones were in New Who or Reboot, or however you want to say it. Donna Noble with Christopher Eccleston, the Ninth Doctor. The strong one was Rose, definitely for sure. But I like to watch the Sixth and Seventh Doctor to basically about the other companions. But I had so much other things I wanted to say, and you changed it one companions. But it's like all the ones that I have played, all the actors who played them were really good. But the one thing I do want to mention, the saddest one, two companions to say goodbye to in the New Who was when Rose got stuck in the parallel universe on Doomsday. Dragged the tissues out. That right there was a tear up. The other one that was sad too was Donna Noble, where the 10th Doctor had to wipe her memory because she had that Time War meta crisis.
Yeah.
And the only way to save her mind from burning up was to remove every memory. And she did not want to do it. And she knew that he had to do it. And she was just rebuttaling it. And that was really sad that he had to wipe all the stuff. But what really got me alight is when he mentioned to his mom, he says, for one shining moment, she was the most important woman in the universe. And then her mother says, she's my daughter. And then the 10th Doctor says, well, you should say that more often. Saying her mother should be proud of her. So, like I said, You kind of threw me off when you did committees because I had a whole lot of stuff I wanted to talk about. So I kind of got brave and did this. I thought I would give it a chance.
Well, no, you did great. Listen, tomorrow's stream, obviously, like I'll, because this, obviously, I just wanted a little bit of a break talking about you know who. But tomorrow it'll be business as usual. So if you want to come on tomorrow and you have things you need to get off your chest, then you're more than welcome to come back on tomorrow night and say what you need to say.
I will say this. If it wasn't, I would tell you this. I want to say this.
Go
How I
ahead.
got into Dr. Who was a friend of mine online, dared me. Because the whole thing, I know Thomas Gibson plays in another episode in their show. And a friend dared me to watch Doctor Who and start with Rose. Well, it turned out I said, I'll do 6 seasons. He probably wanted me to watch like 6 episodes. Well, halfway through Doctor Who, I started getting addicted. And because of the new Who, I went and started watching Classic Who. And that's how I got into it. It was a dare. And then I became a diehard Doctor Who fan. I just thought I would throw that out.
No, that's a good little story. Yeah, Cheryl's the same. That's how she got into Doctor Who through the new era, and she watched Classic Who with me now at the moment. She laughs at obviously the CGI and the special effects, but like she.
Oh, I got a chance to watch the 5 Doctors, and that is the one out Peter Davison's episode I love.
Yeah, I love it myself. I do.
5 Doctors.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll let go so the other ones can,
No problem, Michelle. And listen, if you want to come on tomorrow night, no problem.
Okay, thanks.
All right. See you, Michelle. Good night. Have a good night.
Good night.
Great
Bye.
call. Thank you. See you.
Okay.
I think that was a first time call for Michelle.
She's been building up.
So well done. See how easy it is? It's all easy. Well done, Michelle. That was a great call. And actually, Cheryl did say thanks for being so patient, because I know you've been waiting ages to come on, and I know you didn't get the chance to say what you really wanted to say, but come on again tomorrow night, no problem. Who did I say was next now? I've got Amy next, don't I?
Or Paul, right?
Or is it Paul? Hold on, I think it's no, it is Amy, and then it's Paul. Right, so have I got Amy on there?
Yeah,
Messenger? No, on Messenger.
Yeah, she called before.
I keep forgetting because there's so many names. Do me a favor, Amy. Send me a message on Messenger there to say that you're ready, and I'll give you a ring. First time you tell me, I was bit nervous. Listen, brilliant call. I don't think you were nervous at all. You sounded fine to me. You got your points across quite clear, and that's all you need to do. Tomorrow, whatever you really want to say, you'll find yourself when you're halfway through what you really need to say, want to say, you'll find that you'll forget that you're even talking on the phone. There we go. Sorry, Amy. It's just
You have a lot of people.
I have a lot of people in the messenger now, and it saves me from going through every name. So we'll bring Amy. We'll try to take quick calls because we're at 12:05 now. This stream is going to end at 1. And I want to actually, as I said, so we've got 20 minutes or so before I read out the news that people are actually here for. I know, I'm only messing, but I know there's some waiting and lurking. It's actually funny because it's not anything like major, but it's still news. You're welcome, Michelle. No problem. Hello, Amy. Welcome to the Tardis Zone. How are you?
Doing good.
That's good. Right, so come on. Straight away, give me your favorite companions that you thought were overrated, underrated, and of course those companions that you didn't really like. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my phone's going wonky.
Oh, okay, right. So I said to go ahead, give us your favorite companions, your least favorite, companions that you don't like. Have we got a problem with the phone again?
Yeah.
Is she got her volume on her?
Is your volume up? Because everything is okay my end, Amy. Hello. Do. I think we've lost Amy there. What's I could try again if you want, Amy. Do you want to just check and see if your volume is actually up on your computer or whatever device you're using? And I'll ring you back. It doesn't work if you ring me because the connection is not great. It's actually better connection if I ring you, believe it or not. So I should have mentioned Romana as well, says Michelle. And thanks for the encouragement. No problem at all. As I said, more than welcome to come on anytime you want. Right, I'm going to try Amy again. Hello?
Hey, I'm here. Did it actually work this time?
Yeah, now we got you loud and clear. Right, so go ahead. You know what the topic is tonight anyway, so fire away.
Okay. Yeah, I would say in
Oh, you're
hey,
breaking.
let me try to reconnect.
She's gonna try to get back on her internet. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her. That's what happens when we can't connect.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the connection seems to be very, very poor. And so, Amy, if you'd like to come on, but because your connection is actually poor and you were due to come on, if you'd like, you can come on tomorrow first. And I know I already said someone else was coming on first, but the fact that you actually didn't get a chance to make your point, I think it's only fair. You know, so I'll put your name down for tomorrow. Because if we keep having problems, and I want to get how many more have we got to come on? Just Paul, isn't it? Yeah. So we give everybody yeah. Listen, Amy, come on. You can come on first tomorrow night. If that's okay with you. Just let me know. And I will bring on the last caller of the evening, which is going to be Paul. So Paul, just give us a text to let me know that you're ready. Hopefully it's not my phone. No, so we will see. Right, but Amy says to ring her again, try again. So I'll try one last time to be fair, and see if we can get. Well, we're down to 17 views. Well, obviously, it doesn't matter. Some people don't like the subject that we talk about, that they're going to leave. It happens. I think people would rather see me rant, but I don't want to be ranting all the time either. That's not what I'm about. When I feel strongly about something, I will come out and do what I have to do. But right, so Paul is ready. But Paul, what I'm going to do is, because just to be fair, just before I get you on, I'm going to give Amy a chance again to get through. And just, so I'm going to ring you now, Amy. Give it a go again, see what happens. And if it doesn't work this time, we will get you on first tomorrow night. So I'm ringing you now. Hello, Marty. You're just in time for some news, so just hang on. Right, Amy, go ahead.
Okay. All right.
No.
No.
I'm texting her on Messenger.
Right. Just because it's right. I'm gonna ring Paul now. Oh no. What's going on now? Maybe it can't be my phone.
Hello?
Hello, Paul. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm not too bad. What's that noise now?
Was that your end or my end?
I don't know now. There's all interference going on now. What the?
Oh,
Amy just wrote to me just to say she'll take. Amy, listen, I will bring you on first. I'm very sorry it hasn't worked out. You know, I try to get as many people on as I can, and I promise you, you'll be fun. If you're on tomorrow, if you're in the live section tomorrow, I will definitely bring you on first. And I think that's fair. Everybody know that'll be fair because you were actually in the middle of a call and you didn't actually get to make the call. So yeah, I just want to make sure because you know me, I'm always sensitive about other people because they want to come on and make that point. And I see, hold on, who else did I see just pop up there? Marty is here as well. So welcome, Marty, and welcome along. So how are you, Paul? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad, not too bad. I was a bit unwell yesterday, but I'm actually quite fine. Do you know what's interesting? I've got some obviously news coming up soon, so it'll be interesting to see how people react to that. But before we get to all that, anyway, yeah, we were talking about companions, obviously. So, would you like to start off with your least favorite companions? I know you could mention all the out of Series 11. I'd actually say that as well myself, but we'll just forget about that for a minute because I'm going to be talking about Series 11 or Doctor Who in a few minutes. So,
all right, yeah. So, my least favorite companions. I don't like Rose. I've never liked Rose. Rose to me came across as very selfish. She ditched her man for the Doctor after like 5 minutes. Never looked back. Her whole time she was whining and complaining, and she was selfish and helpless. I just never liked her. I know she's a bit of somewhat of a fan favorite, but I never liked Donna Noble. Donna Noble, to me, she was just another whiner and a complainer. Every 5 minutes was, oi. I don't know. Donna just never worked for me. Same thing with Keegan. Keegan, to me, was another whiner and a complainer, useless, just always complaining and going on and on and on about something. And Mel to me was useless. Wasn't really her fault. It was more. I think that was more directing.
I heard she was better in Big Finish, actually.
Yeah. You know what? I've heard that. I personally have not heard any of the Big Finish story that Mel is in, but I have heard that. But so I'm only speaking to her portrayal on screen as Mel. Didn't like her at all. Somebody who I didn't like at the time, but as I've gotten older, it's kind of grown on me, is Turlo. I didn't like Turlo at first, and as I got older, it kind of grew on me.
Same as myself. I always found his character to be a bit shifty, but we kind of knew why he was. But I agree with you. I think his character over time grows on you.
And then, okay, this is kind of an honorable mention.
Right.
Harry Sullivan or Harry Smith, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Harry, he was barely on screen.
Mm.
I never liked his character, so I can't say I dislike him, but to me, like I never understood what he was there for. You know, Tom Baker was more than capable of being a physical actor, which he was throughout his entire 7 years. So I never understood Harry. Harry to me was always bumbling. He was bungling. He was always in the way. He was always accidentally doing things and messing things up. So for all the Sarah Jane Smith, who was my absolute favorite of all time, Sarah was more useful and a better companion, in my opinion, than Harry was.
Mm.
So that pretty much rounds out my most useless companions. If we're gonna talk my favorites, obviously, you know, Sarah Jane Smith. My favorites, Sarah Jane Smith. I liked Nissa, Romana. Now, when I was younger, I liked the first Romana. I didn't like the second one. As I got older, I liked them both because I like the fact that you know she's also a time lord. She's a scientist. You know, the doctor is not smarter than she is. He can't dazzle her with her brilliance. I liked Martha Jones. I really liked Martha Jones. Another favorite. I really liked Adric. I really did. I just always liked Adric. And I know everybody hates Clara, and I know she was useless, and I know she was another whiner and a complainer, and you'll get no disagreements from me on that. But hey, I said it before, and I gotta say it again. Jenna Coleman is smoking hot, so she gets a thumbs up from me.
No, I have to agree. She is kind of hot, but she's annoying. No, don't like her.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
So here, is there any companion out there that you think is underrated and deserves a bigger, deserves better respect? Not better respect. What I meant to say was deserves a little bit more respect from the fandom. Who do you think is grossly underrated?
I got to go back to Turlo, and I have to go back to Nissa. You know, I always had a fondness for companions who were actual scientists. You know, going all the way back to Zoe.
Ow.
And Liz. You know what? I kind of want to say Liz Shaw because she was very confrontational, but she was a scientist, so I respect that. So again, I say underrated. Underrated. Again, you know, I always like Adric, another scientist. You know, I always like the scientists. Martha Jones, very underrated in my own opinion. So I think that's it as far as underrated. You know.
Right, well, it's getting to 25 past, right? So you might as well stay on the line, and I'll obviously get your reaction. So I might as well give the news that everybody wants to hear now. So I'll do it while Paul is on, so Paul can give us a live reaction. So here's what I've been given. So they're not going to announce Jodie Whittaker's departure when it happened or wherever anytime soon. The earliest that they can go public with it will be when the new Doctor is actually filming in public. So they're going to leave it basically to the last minute to announce that the two of them won't be returning for Series 13. Now, there is a possibility that the show might actually go on a break after Series 12. If that's the case, they will not have to actually even mention Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall leaving, because they'll just leave, and then obviously the break in that time, the regeneration scene, as we said, be filmed, blah, 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 and they'll just leave it at that. You won't actually see. That's if they decide to go down that route, right? Now, obviously, Series 12, it could start as late as Easter. We've said this on the channel before. This is basically more of a confirmation of all the stuff that we've been given, but there's extra bit of information here as well. So if they start the series obviously in Easter, it would obviously be finished somewhere in June, and then that's when, if there's going to be any announcement about Chibnall or Jodie Whittaker, it won't be until then. Now, this is what has me pissed off, is because obviously it means now I obviously was thinking myself they'd have to announce something soon, but it looks like they don't give a crap. Here's the biggest thing: the chaos in Cardiff will never be acknowledged by the BBC. Now, for anybody that has any doubts, all I will just say is that this is 100% confirmed. It will never be brought up. It will never be discussed. So basically, what else? Right, if they decide not to go on a break, right, Series 13 will obviously have will probably be an Easter release 2021, right? Now, that's if it's the mini-series format that we spoke about on this channel. The BBC are basically still throwing ideas up in the air. But again, as it was pointed out, do you ever really hear of head writers stepping down? It's not very often that you do. Yes, Doctor Who's a big program, but they didn't make a big deal when Moffat was leaving. It was just handed over. So basically, what I'm trying to say is the BBC has decided that the best thing to do is stay silent, and to not basically acknowledge the fact that chaos in Cardiff actually happened. And also, actually, hold on. So we mightn't find out for months that they're gone, basically, right? Also, there might be a trailer due in the next month or two. A quick clip. If there is a Christmas episode, because we still don't know yet, right? See, here's the thing. 1 minute it's Cosmic, or whatever you call it, comics said that there wasn't, because they put out an article saying that BBC said there was going to be no Christmas special, but there could be still a special, right? Now, if there is a special, there'll obviously be a trailer after that. If not, they think that it might be Children in Need is where they're actually going to do it. So, so basically, the bottom line is that chaos in Cardiff is never going to be spoken about. They're never going to directly acknowledge it. And it could be months before we hear anything in relation to Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker, officially them saying that they've gone. So that's the news, basically. But just before I came on, just while we were on, I got some more juicy information. But this information, when I'm allowed to put this out, the shit is going to hit the fan big time, because something big is at the development. I can't say anything yet. But there is big strides happening behind the scenes. But BBC are going to basically deny that anything ever happened at all. They're going to basically bury it. So, yeah. So that's the news, really. I told you it wasn't really that exciting. So just to recap, the earliest that we could be told that Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall have left is possibly June. Come here, I actually even said this. They will leave it until basically they have to go public with it. When the new Doctor, it basically has to film. I said this before anyway. So, I mean, in fairness, because I've already been saying this on this channel, so it mightn't be any news. Jodie Whittaker might be the last Doctor before Doctor Who crashes. Exactly. That is still a possibility. So that is probably the bigger of the news, is that there's still a possibility that after Series 12 BBC are still considering that they might actually like, you know, decide to put it on a hiatus now. I got the Prosecco and champagne in the fridge waiting for the official. Yeah, well, it's going to be in the fridge. I was discussing this with Cheryl, so it's going to be basically in the fridge until June. If the new.
So basically everything that I personally have been thinking for a long time, the BBC is never going to admit anything. They're trying to clamp down on any and all news coming out of Cardiff, any and all news coming out of BBC headquarters, and that potentially Jodie Whittaker could actually be the last Doctor.
Yes.
For a while, that they could potentially just film season 12 and pull the plug.
Yes.
And that it would literally take a new producer, maybe 2 or 3 or 5 years down the line, to come back to the BBC and say, look, listen, I have an idea to reboot Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Which is something that you haven't heard me say, but something that, honestly, after I saw the episode Rosa, I had that thought. I had that thought, and I think Rosa was episode 3.
Yeah.
And episode 4 may have been Spiders in the UK. That's the last episode that I watched, and I had the thought that, wow, Doctor Who is going to get killed again, and this time it may never come back. And here's the thing. I don't want that, but at the same token, you know, New Who is not classic Who. So Doctor Who, in my mind, has never really come back. We had the television movie. It wasn't what it was. At least that gave us the brilliance of Paul McGann. So for that, I'm grateful. But New Who, I don't even really know. So looking at what New Who is, I'll say this, judging it on its own merits. It's a shame that we no longer have Peter Capaldi. It's a shame that he was forced out, and it's a shame that we may not get the opportunity to see a good producer with good writers and another brilliant actor like Matt Smith and Eccleston and Peter Capaldi play the Doctor again anytime soon. Now, I ignore politics. I ignore religion. Those are not things that I really concern myself with. But it's clear at least one of those things have fueled and pushed Doctor Who to the sad and sorry state it's currently in. With all of that said, I'd hate to say I'm surprised at anything that you said, but really not. I'm really not. And to be honest with you, to me, it's more a case of, okay, well, at least this is a confirmation of several things that I've been thinking to myself since I first saw that episode of The Woman Who Fell to Earth. So, to me, it's just a sad day, and it's a sad day that we don't have a good producer.
Yeah.
With good writers and good actors and good stories.
You
know, listen, to each his own, and I don't attack anyone. Personally, I don't care for silliness. I don't care for the silly stories. I don't care for childish things that are, they're fun and they're light. You know, to me, there is a space for that. Personally, that's not something that I care for. So I will never attack you if that's what you like. I would just say, you know what? Let's just agree to disagree and we keep it moving. I prefer things that are more cerebral. I prefer things where you have to think a bit. That's just me, you know. We all have our different opinions, and that's what makes the world go round. And another thing, I don't push my narrative or my mindset upon others. If you disagree with it, fine. But I don't have to think the way that you do. So why do you get upset and want to make me think the way that you do? So with all of that said, at this point, all I can do is just take a wait and see attitude and hope that there will be a Series 13 and hope that there will be a new producer and a hope that there will be another actor and that actor will be a good actor and hope that we get good stories. Judging on the current sad and sorry state that is New Who. The show will never again be the old format. The show will never again be the good heavy stories. You see a few of them like Flatline and Heaven Sent and Blink and the Doctor Falls, but those are few and far in between. It's not what the overall show is. So I understand that, but if we can have more of those and less of the fluff, I'm okay. I can accept that.
By the way, just want to dispel another rumor that's going out there, and I can dispel this one actually 100%. Michelle Gomez is not coming back to Doctor Who. So anybody out there that's been saying that Missy is coming back to Doctor Who, I can 100% categorically say that Michelle Gomez will not be coming back to Doctor Who. There is rumours, and there has been rumours for weeks and whispers for weeks, even months, that the Master might return. But I can definitely tell you that Michelle Gomez will not be returning. So, yes, and I am saying that with 100%, that one. Michelle Gomez will not be returning for Series 12 as Missy. All right? Not after what I've heard tonight anyway, which I can't say any more about, but Michelle Gomez will not be appearing in Series 12 of Doctor Who. So anybody out there that has been saying that Michelle Gomez is coming back to Doctor Who, is all wrong. She's not coming back. Okay? So, yeah. So we can dispel that one once and for all. Because all I will just say is that what I've received is huge. This is huge. This news is definitely huge. Now, what's the date exactly? Because I want people to remember this day. So it's Friday. Oh, it's actually Friday the Thursday. It's Friday the 13th now officially here. Jesus name of Christ. Wouldn't you know the day I get? Right. This information at the moment is private, but I have received information. So remember, Friday the 13th, I said I had some information. Now, just remember what I said about Missy not appearing in Doctor Who. And I think some of you that are clever enough will figure out what I mean by that. And will know what I'm trying to actually say. I cannot give out the rest of the information, but I can tell you for certain that Missy is not coming back to Doctor Who as the man, as Missy. I mean, Michelle Gomez is not coming back. So you can get that. Anybody that's been
Wait,
out there.
no.
Yeah.
What did you just say before you said Michelle Gomez is not? Go over that a bit.
Yeah. All I'll say is just look at there's a couple of newspapers that people should be looking out for. That's all I'm going to say. If you are clever enough, English newspapers is all I'm going to say. I've basically said too much. For people that don't know, unfortunately, when I'm told to give this news, I will. But just let's put it this way: Michelle coming back, right? So you can, everybody that has been putting that rumor out there, there is a reason. Just put it this way: I know why the reason for the latest up and insecurity. I actually know why now. And I know why that filming has been, the public can't see what's happening, right? It's because of what I've been told tonight. And obviously I have to wait because I can't, do you know what, I wish I could, but I don't want to do it because...
Stop, time out, no.
Yeah, I'm saying no more.
Could it be, okay, all right. I'm saying this. This is me talking. This is not Noel's source. I'm not asking Noel any
I'm gonna have to watch me facial reactions now. Go.
this is just me saying this.
Right, go on.
There is, I can't believe I'm even giving air to this, that the decision has been made, at least now, the decision has been made to film a doctor's death scene. Decision has already been made to pull the plug. Or at the very least, they're filming two alternate endings. One where the doctor dies on screen once and for all, and they filmed an open-ended ending where we don't know whether the doctor has or has not or will survive a regeneration. Because that is something that behind the scenes was supposed to happen, kind of might have happened during the Jonathan Nathan Turner era, but Michael Grade shot that down, so we got that completely non-ending ending during. And so I'm not asking questions, I'm just throwing that out because that's also something that has been in the back of my head for a very long time.
Yeah, true. I'm just reading some of the comments here. Unknown 289 says, so you're saying is James Dreyfus in Series 12? No, I'm not saying no such thing. I'm not saying anymore. So look, just wait until I can. The only reason why I'm saying something is because I want you to know that I actually have information because, like, I only got it while we were obviously on. So, I mean, I've been told, like I was told the night that I went live, that we weren't supposed to give any, but someone jumped the gun. I'm hoping nobody jumps the gun this time because, this has to be timed, But look, all I'll say is if I don't break this story, right, someone else is going to, right? So, I mean, either way, right now, all I will say is that what I've been told is so far is that the situation has been basically contained. I can't really give too much away. So, nobody is basically to say anything yet. And I think I've already really said a bit too much, to be quite honest with you. But you know what I mean? I'm going to, because if I say any more, I'm really, you know what? This is the second time this is happening to me now. When I got a big pile of info and then I'm told, oh, but like you have to keep it a secret for a while because, like,
Well, you know what, Noel? I'll say this. Let's just leave it there. Maybe the next Doctor has already been recast, and they're really trying to keep that secret. Again, just what, fan theories abound. They always have, and they always will. So with that said, I actually have to run out to the store to get something for my daughter because she's a bit sick. So I'm going to jump off. Cheryl, as always, I hope you're doing well also.
Thank you. Love to hear from
you.
you.
Feel better.
Listen, mate. I hope your daughter is all right, mate, and I appreciate you coming on. I really do.
Noel, I'm actually going to send you a private message because you just confirmed something to me. You and I share something very personal, and I will discuss that with you in a private message. I hope you feel better, and good night.
Good night, Paul. Nice talking to you, and I'll read your message as soon as you send it to me, mate. Thank you.
Right.
Good night. And that was Paul. Now, I'm not going to take any more calls because we've got 15 minutes left, so you can digest the news that I've given you. Listen, I wish I could blab it, right? For anybody that's worried that Doctor Who is finished, right? I'll put you on mind that is. Series 12 is still going to go ahead, and BBC are still deciding what they're going to do, right? The information that I have, the information that I can't relay to you right now, has got to do with Series 12 and the fact that security was upped. I know the reason why, right? Now, I really can't, and I know. Look, I shouldn't have really said that, but you know me. I sometimes I shoot me mouth off when I shouldn't bleed and say anything. But you be quiet. Jeer her. I'm gonna throw her out that window. Right? I didn't say too much. Right? Well, all I'm just gonna say to you is this. Right? Is Missy is not coming back to Doctor Who, so you can dispel that rumor. Right? It's not happening. Right? That woman is coming nowhere near Doctor Who. We don't want Mary Poppins back anyway, do we? Does anybody really want Mary Poppins? And I am going to look after me, so see, here's the thing, right? This information is big, right? It's so big that if I was to go and tell you right now, they're going to know who the source is, right? This is how big it is, all right? And it is big news. It's huge news. Absolutely, really big news. And I'm not hyping this up. This is actually big news. But listen, all I'll just say is that right now, BBC think they've contained the leak. But we'll see if they can contain it any longer. All I'm just going to say to you is if you're a fan of English newspapers, just keep your eye on them. Just keep your eye on them. Right? And if something does happen in the English newspapers, right, I told you, right? Remember, I told you, Friday the 13th, check out the English newspapers. And for anybody that lives in England, you know which newspapers cover Doctor Who, don't you? So just keep an eye. I'm not saying go out and buy their newspapers because they're scummy newspapers, right? But if you see anything related to Doctor Who, pick it up. That's all I'm going to say. Pick it up. And Cheryl is at the yawning there. Ah, Cheryl, are you tired, love? Would you like me to sing you a song?
No.
You wouldn't like me to sing you a song?
No, come sing me a lullaby after you're going to sing.
I don't sing any lullabies. I'm not that kind of a singer, you know? I don't sing sad songs or funny songs or songs like I'm spreading the news. Do 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 do. I'm not gonna. Oh, you thought I was gonna sing? Yeah, no, not that stupid, Cheryl. I'm not gonna give it all away. Right, here's the news. Right, don't give a shit. I'm just gonna tell you right now. So I've been cast as the 14th Doctor. Right. BBC approached me. They see me passion, and he says, "You really understand the role. Would you like it?" And I says, "Yeah, of course I would." So yeah, I'm the new Doctor. I hope you are happy with the choice. They did, you know, they said to me as well, you can have the master role because I think you play a great psychopath. And I said, no, I'd rather have the Doctor role. I'll show Jodie Whittaker how it's supposed to be played, you know. So there you go, on your new Doctor. Hope you are happy. No, but I wanted Teddy to be the Doctor. Oh, he's in the series. He's K9 Mark II. Right? He's a cyborg half dog hybrid thing. Yeah. Look, I even have me Sonic. Oh, Ted doesn't like the Sonic. Yeah, Ted doesn't like the Sonic. Watch. People said you never heard Teddy bark before. Watch this. Say he just doesn't like the Sonic screwdriver, which means he wouldn't like the Doctor. So let me see how many people is watching this bloody video of mine live stream. 20. I lost a lot of people, didn't I? See, people only watch it if you're kind of ranting all the time. Which I don't rant all the time. Well, I kind of do now, but that's not what I want to be remembered for. I'm not a ranter really, but there's so much crap going on. I have to say something. So if you like what I've said for the last 2 hours and 14 minutes of this stream, please give the video a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I appreciate your support. And if there's like-minded people out there that you know, even if you're talking to them in other people's videos, right? in the comment section, you're having a conversation with someone and they tend to agree with you, then all you have to do is say, listen, the Tardis zone, come on to the Tardis zone. No one will let you talk. Come on and get your point across. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff helps. And I see that it hasn't moved. I want to see that like ratio go up the
If
top.
you don't like this live stream, Teddy will never come on again.
Oh, there you go. You've been told. So Cheryl says if you don't like the live stream, Teddy's not coming on anymore. I think Cheryl's putting her foot down. Murder!
You did it right that time.
Yes, I did. So I'd just like to tell you, thank you for joining the Tardis Zone tonight.
No.
We're going to go live tomorrow at 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. And I'm going to get myself some hot dogs, some barbecue chicken, and some pork what?
Pork steaks.
Pork steaks and all that other crap. With some cornbread and some coleslaw. And now Cheryl doesn't like the American accent at all.
Maybe do the Irish one.
Am I allowed to say what I found out about 3 returns from an episode scheduled, or should I leave it at the moment? Go ahead, or whatever you want to say. It's not a good one, though. Yeah, I know I'm not very good. I know. But you know.
No.
What? No. She doesn't like me doing any impressions at all. Like, she keeps saying no. You know what? Next time I'm going to lock her in the room and I do a live stream so I can do whatever I want. Yeah, no, Teddy. I'm the star. Remember that, Teddy. Doesn't even stay in the video for 5 minutes and he's become an instant star. What about me? That was Teddy blackmail, though. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, well, Cheryl likes blackmailing people. How do you think I married her? She blackmailed me into it. Oh, don't worry, I love her. She's giving me those dagger eyes now, which means I'm gonna die tonight. So listen, it was good while it lasted. I really appreciate it. What do you mean say good night? It's not even time. It's not 1 o'clock. What do you mean? I'm going me home till 1 o'clock. She's telling me to say good night. Right? I'm on till 1 o'clock just because you're tired. If you're a tired woman, you go to bed. See, this is what happens when these radical feminists get into a woman's head. They start getting all these ideas, you know? Like she yawns and tells me, oh, I'm tired, so you get off and don't do your live stream. Feminists. She's whispering things. So forgot Noel, when's the next Tardis on live? Tomorrow? Yeah, it is tomorrow. Tomorrow from 10 to 1. And Cheryl has left the room. She'll be back now in a minute to give me a kiss and those dagger eyes. Yeah, tomorrow's live stream. Listen, I'm on 4 nights a week now, right? Because, you know, people keep asking, so I decided to go 4 nights a week. So the nights are Monday, Wednesday, when I'm not sick, obviously these are the days. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, right? 4 days. Because you know what, a lot of people want to come on, have their say, and talk. Now tomorrow we'll go back to normal routine. We will cover tomorrow because I know there's a lot of things that people want to say over the last couple of weeks, the BAFTAs and all this, and the no nomination or the no win at the TV Choice Awards and stuff like that, which was a public vote, by the way. So the public have overwhelmingly rejected Doctor Who. And again, you get these idiots that keep saying that this series is a success. Show me where it's a success. Show me what awards. And actually, one of my subs actually came back to me and said, no, I actually checked. Peter Capaldi did actually win awards, but they weren't big major ones, but he won awards. And when you look at the ones that Jodie has won, that some of them have been made up and some of them have only like been conceived of this year. Series 11 has not been the success that people say it is. All those YouTubers that come out and say that it is are lying, or they're kidding themselves. The media that support this and back this are lying and kidding themselves. But now you can actually even see, even in the award ceremonies, that are classed as woke are even rejecting this series. Half of the fandom walked away from this series. I mean, we got stories that were basically, a monkey would understand, because they were so mundane, so simple. Do you know what? I didn't need to use my brain to watch Doctor Who. And I think Doctor Who is at its best when you use your brain. And I think, I'm being honest, all sci-fi, this is why I will say this, and I don't say this lightly. I said this on this channel a couple of weeks ago when we covered the movie, sci-fi movie thing that we did. And I said Arrival was probably one of the greatest sci-fi movies that was ever made. And the reason why I say that is from start to finish, that movie is beautiful, right? Visually, but the writing is absolutely fantastic. The acting, absolutely fantastic. The science in it, absolutely fantastic. The whole premise of the movie, absolutely fantastic. Am I going to sit here and say that I understand everything that I saw in the movie? No, because every time I watch it, something else pops up that oh, Jesus. Do you know what I mean? And they're the type of bloody stories and movies and TV shows that I like, right? Then you've got the likes of the Orville that, they tackle social issues, but in the proper way within the confines of a sci-fi genre, and actually do it very well. And then you've got shows like Doctor Who. Then you've got movies like Captain Marvel. And then you have all these other things that just go and decide, no, we'll preach. We'll preach, we preach, we preach. And you know what? I'm sorry. And if anybody hasn't watched Arrival, the movie, and listen, I'm going to be out straight with you, right? When you watch this movie, you have to think, right? And you have to use your brain, right? Now, even if you don't figure out everything out, doesn't make you stupid. That's the great thing about these movies. Even me still watching it today, I will learn something new in it. Do you know what I mean? Movies like that. I love intelligent movies like that. It reminds me of Memento as well, Christopher Nolan movie. That movie you have to think as well. I love movies like that. Do you know what? I'm actually going to do it. That's what Sunday's live stream, that's what we'll talk about. I want to talk about movies. So you have until Sunday. So if everybody wants to write down the list of their favorite movies that made them think or made them, made them change their opinions about something, movies that changed you or whatever, you know what I mean? There's always a movie out there that inspires someone. I love Arrival. And Rocket Runner then goes and writes, watched Arrival for the third time last night. Still hate it. I think it's pompous. Now, Memento is brilliant. I'd have to disagree with you on that one now, Rocket Runner, when it comes to Arrival. But as they say, each to their own. But I'll agree with you with Memento. It's a great movie. So yeah, I like I like TV shows and movies that make you think. And there's a lot being made now that's mundane, and basically, as I said, you can have the intelligence of a squirrel and you'd be able to understand what they're writing. I mean, Doctor Who now has been so dumbed down that even Ted would understand what's going on, right? And I'm sorry, but I want me sci-fi shows to be clever. I want them to surprise me. And I also want them to entertain me. And Doctor Who does none of those things for me. And if people out there still want to criticize me, I don't care. Listen, if you love shite, that's your business, right? But I'm a guy that actually likes to watch intelligent sci-fi, right? Bit of action put in there. There's no harm in a bit of action. Bit of history thrown in there. Don't give a crap, right? But I want to be entertained. I want to be enthralled. I want to be thinking. I want to be saying, oh shit, what, oh my God. That's what I want. But I get none of that with Jodie Whittaker's era. Now listen, we will continue this conversation tomorrow, right? Because I think that's what, do you know what? See, we will talk about everything in general tomorrow. We'll continue this conversation tomorrow. It won't be just about Doctor Who, but we'll talk about the whole thing in general, right? We'll talk about how sci-fi can be great, and we'll talk about the shows that are great and the movies that are great. The movies that really make you sit down and go, wow. And here's one for you. Before we go, tomorrow when you all come on, right? I'm going to leave you with this, right? I want you all to think very hard tonight, right? Of what movie either inspired you or made you do something, but because of the movie, it made you do either something positive, negative, or whatever. Or a TV show. It doesn't have to be a movie, but you know what I mean? Something that inspired you, a movie that inspired you maybe to do something or whatever. I mean, for example, when I watched Rocky as a kid, like most guys, we all thought we were Rocky when we grew up. You know what I mean? You get that, or we watched Apollo 13, we all wanted to be astronauts and stuff like that. Like, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, right? So that's what we'll do tomorrow. And so you all have a head start. So name me a movie, basically a movie that changed your life. Because there is, and people might think that's stupid, but I know for a fact, right, that I wouldn't be around today if it wasn't for Doctor Who 2005. And I'm being honest with you. And I said this before on this channel. And I don't talk about the stuff that any of me ailments or anything like that, because it's not about that, and I don't play up on any of the disabilities that I have either, and I don't really talk about it. But the thing about it is, if I hadn't been for Doctor Who 2005, I wouldn't be sitting here today talking to you guys. So, you know, I have a lot. This is why I won't stop this fight with Doctor Who, right? And I'll continue to do what I do. The love that I have for that show, you don't realise, right? I'll do this till the day I die, right? I'll defend this show, and I will try. You know, if I don't like it, I will keep doing this. I'm not. People don't really realise, I think, how invested I am in this, because I will do this until the day I die, right? I will not be satisfied until this fandom is at peace again, and until the show is written the way it should be written. And I don't care. I might be a small YouTuber and I'm not much of a thorn in the side of the BBC, but I hope to get up to that status where I am a thorn in the side of BBC. So again, guys, I appreciate all the support, right? And as I said, the only way you can support this channel is by sharing the link to these live streams, or sharing my channel, right? Letting people out there know, listen, if you want to say something about Doctor Who, you want to get something off your chest about Doctor Who, Tardis Zone is the place to go, because Noel gives us the opportunity, and I give you the opportunity to talk here. And I know sometimes I've picked a couple of subjects, but you know, you will always get, if you have any bother about the fandom, about the show, you will always have a voice here, and you know that. With that, I'm going to say good night to you all. I've really enjoyed having you all here tonight. I'm sorry about the start of the very first live stream. It went completely all over the place. I don't know why, but so everybody has their topic of conversation for tomorrow. And so someone says 1,000 subs, a Cheryl face reveal, right? LOL. Just messing, not forcing that. I'll discuss that with Cheryl. I mean, Cheryl has been on videos in the past, but we had to unlist them because obviously, and I think I ended up taking it down because there's some nasty people out there. You know what I mean? Like, if you hate me, fine. Come after me. Don't come after me. You would. So some people said that after 1,000, if I get 1,000 subs, how about a Cheryl reveal? And I turned around, there's some nasty people out there, and you know, we used to have videos up, but I took them down because of the crap. But he said he's not forcing it. But what do you reckon? 1,000 subs and you'll show your face? Yeah. Right. Cheryl said she'd show her face. Not that that's most
It's really not that impressive.
most of us have already seen her face. Like if you've watched the old videos. So well, they're gone now. But if you did before, I had to take them down. Look. Cheryl would be on this with me. Trust me, Cheryl would love to be on sitting beside me talking because me and Cheryl do have conversations. But with the nastiness that there's on social media, I'm not going to subject my wife to any of that. Sure, look at even me little. Ah, right. Well, if you just want to see Cheryl's face there, that's the face my niece drew for Cheryl. So that's Cheryl. That's our birthday card, right? So, oh, by the way, don't mind that Cheryl has a huge penis there, and there's a star coming out of it. I don't know what my niece was thinking there, but she's 4, so I think that's our body, but it does look like a penis, doesn't it?
It's my legs, I think.
Right, but listen, thanks very much for being here with me tonight, and again, and I'll say it again, thank you for all the well wishes. And thank you all for being a subscriber to this channel. You do not know how much it means to me that people turn out every night, well, almost every night, to listen to me natter away. And I appreciate it all. And really do believe me when I say that I do, because I really do. And I know I wouldn't have a channel without you guys. So thank you very much. Love yous all. Talk to yous all tomorrow. Have a good evening wherever yous are in the world. And I'll see yous at 10 o'clock. And I'm going to end this stream as soon as I press end stream. So, like, yeah. Goodbye. God bless and all that. Yeah. It'd be good if I actually pressed end the stream. But I think I'm having a dream. It won't let me end the stream. I'm pressing end stream and it won't let me end the stream. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Oh my God, BBC, let me go to bed.